Hi guys, and welcome to another Good Vibes video here. We're just taking a look at Facebook. Before I get started, I just wanted to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my research with you. I strongly recommend that you do your own research on these topics, but I'm just sharing my research with you and things that I find. Hopefully can inform you a little bit about what's going on, current events, and keep you updated on the market. Otherwise, just maybe you hear something interesting in here. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see as some other topics, or if I'm missing anything. Be sure to let me know, and don't forget to join the Discord. Link will be in the description below for that. So today we're looking at, let's take a look at Facebook and trying to better understand what was happening here, because obviously I heard about it, heard the news, and also heard today that they were one of the projects being pumped because of such the dip, and people do still believe in this project, or this company I should say. I'm used to saying project because of crypto and NFTs, but people really do believe in Meta in the long term. I think at least some major investors still believe in them. But yeah, we saw this major drop, about 26%. They dropped $230 billion was lost at Meta. And this is just absolutely massive. Obviously, Mark Zuckerberg was said to put $10 billion into his vision of Meta. They obviously made the name change from Facebook to Meta and came out with a massive video announcement on help the general public visualize what the metaverse might look like, at least Meta and their metaverse, as there will be many, but I think that caused a bit of skepticism. I know a lot of people close to me that both follow closely, but even the people that don't follow closely were super skeptical and are about the metaverse, and I still am myself. It's hard to imagine these people walking around with full-on headsets, TV screens, phones literally strapped to your face, and you can't interact with the world around you. I don't see this as a mass adoption. Rather, and we'll get into it, I do see some alternatives that will be more popular, I think, in the short term. But huge drop here and a slight recovery for Meta, as they missed a lot of marks here. They also, like I said, they lost $230 billion after historic drop. Just brutal losses here for them. This is another thing that did not look very promising for Meta and Facebook. Actually, Facebook itself, that their number of users stayed level for the first time really in the history of Facebook, or at least since it's been as big as it is now. We're looking at a chart since Q3 of 2008, and this chart has absolutely been perfectly linear, and now it's starting to level off. Obviously they saw this, Mark Zuckerberg saw this, and they made this big push for Meta. And I think in the long term that this is going to still be a very good move for them as a whole. And I largely say that because when I was young, I used platforms such as MySpace and likely some other ones that I can't even think of, but MySpace was a big one, right? And then that just fell off the face of the earth. Facebook has done much more to bring in much more revenue, such as Facebook Business, Marketplace, and their ad revenues hit $29 billion, I believe, this last year. So absolutely crazy numbers that they're bringing in outside of just I think, usership on there, but that obviously that has a lot to do with the ad revenue. So they're seeing this level off, and they're wanting to make this move to Web3, and I believe they're going to be a big player still in Web3. This is where I see the near future going. I see it going towards this more augmented reality. We're already seeing this with Snapchat, on our iPhones, iPads, things like that, and many other devices, websites. You're able to, I mean, you can see a lot in this video that I believe this is on Apple. But we obviously have seen this a lot on Snapchat. A lot of us use Snapchat. Also some companies have it for laying out furniture and things that they're trying to sell within your house, so you know what it's going to look like before you purchase it. Some really, really cool potential here. Also, this allows us to use the devices that we already have. It's a much simpler transition, as we've seen with Snapchat, from Web 2 to Web 3, which I think is really, really big, to get the general public to start to shift towards that. Also, there is that kind of blurry line between augmented reality and virtual reality and what we consider the metaverse. Some people would consider a lot of augmented reality the metaverse. So it's just kind of where you'd personally draw that line. I'm not really sure on where I draw that line quite yet. But yeah, this augmented reality can be really, really big. I'm super excited about augmented reality and the use cases on that. This, besides our phone devices, I don't know if it shows it in here because this is Apple, but you know, companies like Google and Ray-Bans are working and have been working on glasses that allow us to kind of interact with spaces around us. We see this in vehicles, in the glass on the windshield, where it might have the speedometer or other information. We've just seen this grow more and more and more, and these are all augmented reality kind of examples there. So another thing here, a company called AAVE, I believe it's announced, launches a Web3 social media platform on what's called the Lens protocol. This is on the Polygon or Matic blockchain in that ecosystem. So I am very bullish on the Polygon blockchain itself, but super cool that this whole concept of Web3 social media and being able to vote on different decisions that are made in that organization. AAVE in the Web3, this is a decentralized social media platform, so this is much different than Facebook, where they get all the revenue and they make all the decisions. This would be on a platform like AAVE, the users would vote in a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, to make decisions and changes to that site. So really cool stuff. They also things such as ad revenue would be evenly distributed about owners on platforms such as this. So some crazy potential. I don't think I'm missing too many items on this. I mean, it's just, the potential is endless. It's such new stuff, but you know, you're seeing limited freedom of speech and things take place on these centralized platforms. So decentralized platforms could get crazy popular very fast. So it's super exciting to see these DAOs be created. So going back to a little bit of Metaverse and what might come sooner than the Metaverse that Facebook kind of marketed to the world, is the video game industry, and how Metaverse, the impacts of the growth towards Metaverse can be seen in the gaming industry. So I just pulled this up. This is a number of gamers worldwide projected out. But if you look at the past, we're growing over 1 billion video game users in less than a decade. So this is just absolutely crazy growth, and I can only imagine how much this is going to be accelerated when gamers are allowed to make money, not just on entertainment, but also just on time put into the game and being able to earn tokens and skins. And when skins are earned, they can be sold, bought and sold, or even used on other games. So the transferability of that is super exciting and is only gonna promote this growth. And I see this as one of the biggest growth potentials in 2022 and 2023, but this year especially. And one of the biggest growing industries has been gaming and esports, and it is projected to go up 11.5% from 2021 to 2022. So just crazy the growth that we've seen in this industry already, and how this could, I believe this is just between augmented reality and video games, we could really see a lot of growth before we get to the all-out metaverse and something that Meta advertised up front. I think it's going to take the world a long time to adapt to something as extreme as that. And I think that there's a lot of huge milestones that we're going to hit before that can be explored a lot. And I think that it holds a lot of potential in and of itself. So I believe that's all I had today. But yeah, just looking into Facebook and some of the growth opportunities before we see that all-out metaverse, because this drop in Facebook is really scaring people off and making them question the metaverse itself. But I think that they're going all in on the long game, and I think that a lot of these companies that are popping up, or I think that there's just a lot of growth within these smaller areas on our way to that larger metaverse. So yes, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hop in the Discord, join the Discord, and I'll see you in there.